Guys, my name's Elliot Harlin Bethel, and this channel is about energy healing, personal development, and utilising many different forms as fasting as a healing modality. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about what I see is like a big reveal going on at the moment. Due to the level of people's vibrations raising in an ascension or an enlightenment, things that were hidden in the dark are starting to come to light now. People are seeing things for what they really are. And this is due to the level of vibration of the whole planet raising, because people are sitting on their own, they're isolating, they're in their own energy, their own aura now, not having to process any other energies outside of them. So when you spend time around other people, sometimes you pick up on someone else's energy, because when two auras come together, there's a vesica Pisces, a shared field of information where you pick up on other people's energy, and therefore you process that. It's like when you eat foods, you put a foreign energy into your body, therefore you have to process it and work it out. And this is why I gave up eating meat many years ago, because meat is ultimately, in the current market, very, very fear or anxiety based, due to the animals knowing what's going on, feeling fear. You then eating that energy, putting that foreign energy into your body, and you having to process it and work it out, and therefore taking on and embodying that fear and anxiety, which is why I gave up eating meat. It's like if you take a computer and you put a CD into that computer, the computer will download it, work it out, absorb it. It's pretty similar. This can happen with energies around you as well. So this big isolation that's going on, I believe, is the best thing that could ever happen, because people are now sitting down and having to sit with their thoughts. Now, one of the best ways to do this is to meditate, to still your mind, and I'm going to be doing various videos on methods of meditation that I've used over the years, because when I first started this, I went to a Zen meditation and it was 3 hours, and I sat on the floor and I wanted to climb out the fucking window because my thoughts were so all over the place. I couldn't understand how all these weirdos were sitting in this room still not doing anything for 3 hours. It was very difficult for me. So I broke it down over many different forms, from taste meditation, taking a piece of dark chocolate, vegan chocolate, and just putting that into my mouth, closing my eyes, cutting off all of my five senses apart from taste. So touch, taste, sound, smell, sight, closing these off and really going into one, which is just taste for me, and then cutting that off and going into sound or going into touch. And by focusing on one thing, you can then learn to just focus on nothing, just your breath. But sometimes it's difficult if you've gone from having 10,000 thoughts to going down to nothing. Can be quite difficult. So I'll be going through a meditation video at some point which will break down all the different forms that I used to then get myself down to where I have no thoughts at all. And I've done this for over 3 days without any thoughts at all, and this was an amazing feat for myself to achieve with the amount of thoughts that I was having. We have roughly 60 to 80,000 thoughts on day on average, and these thoughts paired with emotion create our realities. So it's a very interesting time, because I'm speaking to a lot of people and they're having to sit down and face their shadows, their demons. They're really coming to the surface now. And as a race, I personally found that I pushed these down for so long that they got to a point where they were just going to erupt and come out. And I had a massive breakdown like 4 years ago, through drugs, through loads of different things, but it pushed it all to the surface. And I spent probably well over a year in isolation from people, just reading, learning, and really tuning into what was resonating with me and finding my synchronicities or bridge of incidents or breadcrumb trail that led me to find inner peace. And now I found this inner peace, it's almost like this is reflected into my outside world. I'm actually really enjoying what's going on at the moment. I've spent a few time with some close friends, and now I'm just spending time with family and even on my own out in nature. So I can't tell you what to do, and I never would try to, because ultimately your path is different from mine. But if something I say resonates with you, I'd say take that on board, let it guide you, and just follow the next thing that resonates with you. There might be videos you watch of mine that don't resonate with you, so just cast them away, pass them off. But if you feel that inner calling and that resonation to put into play what I'm saying to you, then by all means embody that and see how that affects you and if it raises your vibration. Because ultimately, by all of us working on ourselves and raising our vibrations, we're bringing down more veils, and more is becoming available to us than what's ever been available before. This is what's been planned for years now. This is always what was going to happen. And if this video is you're not understanding any of this video, the other thing I would say is, in my sort of experience myself, There's been a lot of teachings and videos from people, even dating back to the Emerald Tablets. If you listen to or you read the Emerald Tablets by Thoth, Toti or Talt, depending on how you want to pronounce his name, the more you listen to it, the more your level of understanding awakens to it, because words and speech and sound, they're all symbols, and the more you listen to the symbols, the more it gets broken down into your level of understanding. Sometimes the first time you hear it, it might not vibrate with you, but then give it a second go or third go, and see if that level of vibration understands more. So the first video I'm going to be doing will be on grounding, connecting yourself with the earth. We are ultimately all light, embodied in a carbon meat suit, protons, neutrons and electrons, 666, the mark of the beast, also known as this carbon meat suit that we embody, but our light is embodied within. So we are all light energy vibrating at a certain frequency, and the higher you vibrate affects your reality, and the more things you see. If you're vibrating at a level of gratitude, joy, prosperity and health, then this is what you will see, this is what you feel, this is what you will believe, and therefore this is what you will create, because you create your reality through this. I hope you're all understanding this, and I hope you'll join me on my next videos. This first one is going to be up here. If you click this little banner up here, I'm going to be doing a video right now on earthing or grounding, so please do check that out. And during the following week there will be follow-up videos on breathwork, yoga and various other modalities that I've used to change my energy and heal myself over the last few years. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.